The nostalgia economy really takes you back, doesn't it? This is a topic that always came to me every now and again when I thought about our current state of media, but it was always in a different way. Now, I got the idea to finally discuss it from a channel called P&P Videocast. There he talks about the collection and ephemerality aspect of pop culture and media, as well as the pros and cons, but I'm gonna broach it from a different angle and talk about companies. Isn't it great that for the ninth console generation, the majority of your games library is still the same old titles from the eighth? Games you already bought, already played, and now you get to buy again. This time with slightly better graphics and the promise of enhanced performance, whatever the hell that means. Or even worse, a reimagining, in which they do the same thing just in a different order, and with all the charm from the originals removed. And then the film industry. It's hard to even call it an industry of film anymore when clearly all they've been trying to sell us is bombs. For every original idea, there's an army of damn sequels and live action remakes designed to cash in on the rose-tinted memories of the last generation that they think is so desperate to relive their childhoods. Like, just look at the box office for the last decade and you'll see all the franchises that have overstayed their welcome. Marvel, Star Wars, Fast and Furious, Transformers, which has come back recently for whatever reason, Disney classics, just churning out reimagining sequels and prequels because it's safe and reliable according to them. But has it been profitable? Has it been what anybody has been looking for? No. So what's the cost of this never-ending nostalgia-based cycle? Well, I'll tell you, if I haven't made it clear already. The death of pop culture. We're missing out on the next great stories, the next groundbreaking games, the next cultural phenomenon, because we've become far too dependent on Hollywood and AAA studios to give it to us, when we could be making it ourselves. Yeah, I know it costs money, I know it costs time, but it'll be worth it in the end, because we can no longer expect them to fulfill their end of the bargain. Our dollar in exchange for what we want. Now, that's not to say that nostalgia is inherently bad, even though in some ways, living through the last decade or so, it's come in the form of grief instead of happiness. But you'll recall that I mentioned P&P Videocast's take on the ephemerality of it all, because of course, nothing lasts forever, and all good things have to come to an end, but with the tools of the digital age, we can at least try, right? That's how we're gonna archive all of these things, and take a look at Nintendo's library of games that is no longer available for sale. And I'm sure there's tons of other things that fit that bill as well. So, of course, that's where the digital age was supposed to come in. And that's why it was so great in the beginning. But now, you will own nothing and be happy, even without that aspect. I'm still happy to buy games collections that they make that feature all of these games from the past, especially if they're no longer available legally. Especially when people have been asking you to sell them these old games and you just won't do it. But if they try to emulate it, they get penalized. Like I said, we don't mind giving you the extra money from these long dead or long gone franchises and properties. We just wish there was something new to look forward to as well. So then why is this happening? Why does it feel like creativity is taking a backseat to safe nostalgia? I'll tell you why. It's because their creators lack originality, and the business sector of these companies is out of touch. This supposed fear of risk, amongst other things, is why we haven't seen the next pop culture icon that's gonna outlive what comes after it. Launching a new IP, a new story, or a new franchise is, according to them, a gamble. When you have Asia and Europe kicking our ass at delivering new yet still familiar experiences. The solution is to invest in companies and individuals with your best interest in mind, unless you can become an active part of that solution. Either way, the arts is suffering, folks, and at this point, only we can do something about it. But hell, what do you guys think? I've gone on long enough. If you enjoyed my musings, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the links in the description to keep your finger on the pulse of Cosmic God. This has been your gracious host, Kane Walker. I'm signing off, and I will see you all again next time. Peace.